Welcome to today's video. My name is Jemima Jameson, and in this video we are going to be talking about how to sell online, how to make money online, how to optimize your content for sales. I've been in the digital marketing space as a copywriter for about 3 years. And if there is one thing that everybody knows that copywriters do is make people buy. Convert viewers to paying clients, convert visitors to paying clients. So if you want to know what separates a successful digital entrepreneur, a successful business owner, from a business owner who is struggling to make sales, from a business owner who does not really understand what it means to get people's attention and convert them to customers, you need to stay to the end of this video. If you have ever asked yourself the question, what makes people buy? If you have ever quizzed yourself about that psychology, then this video is for you. If you are ever going to learn anything about selling online, you should understand this one thing. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about how amazing, how beautiful your product is. What people actually care about is themselves. They care about their problems. They care about their struggles. They care about their pains. So if you are ever going to sell anything online, that is the first thing that you should know. Before you put out any content expecting sales, you should ask yourself that question. How will this make my audience feel? Can this service take them from obscurity to clarity? Can this service help transform their narrative, transform their journey? And no matter how much you make it look like it's all about you, at the end of the day, it is what they see, what they benefit from that they are going to engage with. And 80% of the time, that value is not something that you can see with your physical eyes. It is usually something emotional, something sentimental, something intangible. So your job as a business owner, as a digital creator, is to know what your audience find valuable in your content, what they find valuable in you, and how you can continuously show up with that value. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to spot the value in your brand, how to communicate the value in your brand, and how to give your audience what they need so that they can beg you to take their money. The first question that you need to ask yourself to be able to spot and communicate value in your brand is, what are people already paying for? Remember, we are trying to spot the value so that we can sell that value to our audience. So you need to ask yourself, what are people already paying for? So if you're a business owner or you're a digital entrepreneur, you're just coming into the digital space, you're just coming into the internet, you want to start creating content for the first time, or even if you've been creating content for 10 years, but it feels like you can't just make any sales, ask yourself is, what are people already paying for? The second question is, who are they attracted to? What are the people that they are paying attention to in my industry? It's not like you're trying to copy them, but that is going to give you perspective into what is selling in your industry, where the large crowd is in your industry, and what they actually need, what they are paying attention to. The third question is, what do they care about? You cannot be trying to sell to Gen Zs and you think that aesthetics is not important. That is an example of something that they care about. You might look at it as a business owner and say, oh, it's not important as long as we're solving the problem, as long as we're giving value. But do your audience care about that thing that you think they don't care about? You need to do your research. You need to find out if they care about those things. Sometimes people can just care about the way you talk. Sometimes the aesthetics is the value. Sometimes the entertainment is the value. Sometimes the inspiration is the value. Sometimes the education is the value. So think about what they find valuable in you, in your content, in your brand. That is how you can begin to sell to them. All of those things that I just mentioned are things that you can actually work with. But even deeper than that are their emotional needs. How does your product benefit them emotionally? I think that your audience care about good food, right? Great. A lot of people do care about good food, but more than good food, a lot of people want the ambience. A lot of people want to sit in a place that makes them feel like their money is worth something. They want to be able to brag to their friends on social media. They want to be able to take pictures. They want to be able to make videos. That is what gives your business value. That is going to be part of what gives your business value. That ambience validates their emotional need to belong. Your brand is going to be more valuable than just the food. You see, value is more than what you just see on the surface. And the one that you do not see, as a matter of fact, is what you should pay more attention to. The fourth question you have to ask yourself is, what amount of people are paying attention to this brand? What is the amount of people paying for this service? So you want to have the numbers at the back of your mind. This is very important because you do not want to position yourself as a creator, as a business owner, for an audience that is almost non-existent. So you want to pay attention to the numbers. This doesn't mean that you have to change your whole business model, you have to change everything. You can just slightly shift your attention to a larger audience. Say for example, you're a content writer for fashion brands. and you have discovered that there are very few fashion brands that are writing content. The next thing you should think about is which industry pays content writers more. Because if you're still in that industry that only has 6% of the market share, you are soon going to run out of business. But if you switch to the industry that has 40% of the market share, you are going to be able to make more money, you're going to be able to convert more people, you're going to be able to get more eyes and attention on your service, on your product. Always think about what industry is willing to pay more, what industry has more professionals like you on their payroll. Simply what industry have more people willing to pay for your service or more people willing to pay attention to what you are selling. After you have completed and concluded your research, you can now begin to tell yourself, what can I give to my audience that is slightly better than what they are already getting? That now gives you an edge over the competition. One mistake that a lot of business owners and creators make is trying to reinvent the wheel all the time. That is going to keep you broke for a very long time. Don't compare yourself to people that started with something that you can only achieve or dream of achieving in 10 years. Who are the business owners that look like you, that are closest to you, that are doing something similar to what you're doing, but they seem to be getting it fantastically well? Pay attention to them. Look at their audience. Why are they paying attention to this person? So take a step back and reevaluate. You are too intelligent, too smart to keep pouring into something that does not give back to you. That is the major reason why I'm making this video. So before you create another offer, before you create another digital product, before you put your service together, ask yourself that question. Are there people already paying for this service? Who are the people paying for this service? Are there a large number of people? Can I go into the market with this product and I am guaranteed that I'm going to find someone to buy it? If your answer is no, you should look back into that product. At the end of the day, what am I trying to say? If you want to come online as a content creator and you want to be an influencer, for example, and you want to be an influencer for shoes, but you look at the market and you find out that only 3% of the fashion industry is focused on shoes. Only 3% of the people coming online are trying to buy shoes or watch shoe content. But 80 to 75% of the people online who are watching fashion content are watching content about clothes, dresses, styling, are watching content about makeup, skincare. That is where your focus should be. Yes, you can still sell shoes on the side. You can still push your shoe content, and your audience is going to know that this person is actually passionate about shoes. But you want to be able to focus your attention in the side of the market that already have an audience. And if you're confused about what part of your industry has the most audience, you can send me a DM, you can reach out to me. That brings me to the end of this video. I hope you got value. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video to your business owner friends.